Or the assistant, captain of patrol or assistant chief, captain of patrol or assistant chief. Okay, y'all. Like I said, I could get arrested for what I'm about to do, but justice needs to be served. So I really don't care. Hello, ma'am. Can I please talk to the captain of patrol or the assistant chief?
We don't have an assistant chief. What is this regarding?
So we had an incident over at the Walmart where a registered sex offender came to meet a 13-year-old girl, right? And said registered sex offender came. He Ubered all the way over there, and I called dispatch. Dispatch wasn't gonna send anybody out. The only reason why dispatch got sent out was because he had a warrant for his arrest. After that, the police came. They arrested him. They were being very rude to me. And then all I asked the sergeant was if I can make a incident report about this. And the sergeant refused to make an incident report about this. I don't know if that goes against our city policies, but he refused to make an incident report. He refused to give me a case number because a registered sex offender, a man who he admitted to me that he raped a 14-year-old girl when he was 23. Now he is 31 years old, and he came to meet a 13-year-old girl. And I do have my ID on me. And so this man, and all the address and stuff is correct.
Okay.
But I do really need to speak to someone because and the police officer threatened to arrest me, all because I asked a simple question. I asked a simple question of
I wasn't there, so.
no. That's why I'm trying to talk to someone.
But you're not going to get anywhere with me on that point because I wasn't there.
That's fine, but I'm not. I don't mean to be rude or nothing, but I'm not trying to get anywhere with you. I'm trying to get somewhere with the police.
So I just have to run you, officer safety, to make sure that you're all good, and then I will go.
That's crazy. So you're the only one that runs me. The other guys don't even run me. Okay, but if I can, please send an officer out here. I mean, I don't understand why I have to ID myself at a police department. If I was gonna do something crazy, if I was gonna do something crazy, y'all, bro, come on, man. I'm at a police department right now. I'm at a literal police department. Here, let me explain to you guys what's going on. We just caught a dangerous registered offender, right? This man's a felon. He has assault charges, all that. And he's a registered sex offender. He admitted to me how the reason why he became on the registry is because he raped a 14-year-old girl when he was 23 years old. He today came to meet a 13-year-old girl. He's 31 and he's still on the registry. I called the police and the police literally told me that they weren't gonna come out, first off, but we still talked to him. We called again. They finally sent people out because after they searching up his name, they saw that he has an arrest warrant. The police come over, they were just really rude to me, kicked me out, and then all I was trying to do was give the evidence to the police officer. All he did was just give me a card. Usually what they do is they'll send you a portal thing to send it through and everything like that. The officer was really rude to me. They were like, what if he brought a gun and started shooting it up? And I told the officer, I said, respectfully, I don't do what ifs. That's not what happened. We had a calm thing. Everything went good. And he was like, just because the way you did this, we're probably not gonna even take this case. And I'm like, so you're not gonna take a case of a registered sex offender coming to meet a 13-year-old girl? And I asked them point blank, and you guys have seen the video. I asked the officer point blank, I said, if he didn't have an arrest warrant, would you guys have even arrested him? And the sergeant looked me in my face and said, probably not. And so after he said that, I turned around and looked at everybody outside the Walmart and I said, attention Albany community. And I told them everything that officer just told me. And literally, there was people driving by saying, shame on you to the officer. People were pissed. Then another officer comes up to me. He's like, dude, why are you doing this? And I looked at him and I was like, why are you doing this? I was like, you are the guys that are being rude. We kept everything professional. And then he said, here, if you keep this up, I'm about to arrest you for disorderly conduct. And I'm like, you're going to arrest me for disorderly conduct for what you're doing to the community? I was like, you know what? You should do that in front of all these people. And I actually wish they would have arrested me in front of all the people. But now I'm here at the police station and it's crazy. Instead of taking my information, they didn't take any of my information at the scene. But for officer safety, now all of a sudden that I'm trying to talk to an officer at the police station, now all of a sudden we have to do officer safety. So I'm over here at the Albany Police Department. It's actually ridiculous. Like, you know what? I would even understand maybe if this was a first time offender, but this was a registered sex offender and they're acting like this. And you know the crazy thing about it? Is multiple groups have gotten arrests and convictions in this area. So this area does work with quote unquote vigilante groups. So they can't hit me with the, we don't work with, no, you guys do. There's convictions here from groups just like me. But yeah, that's the moral of the story. The Albany Police Department. Albany Police Department. And do I have... I think I left the freaking card. Okay, I have officer here. Officer, can I please get a case number for the case?
I told you out there, the way that this goes is you submit your complete investigation.
Can I please get a case number for the case?
I told you out there, the way that this goes is you submit your complete investigation through our, you cannot, okay, this is on a Friday at 11 a.m. with zero notice. You called at 11:01 and you contacted the guy at 11:02.
Listen, officer, I would understand that if
this is my card.
20 minutes all around over in Kaiser, we got 2 arrests last night.
Great.
That's an even smaller police department than y'all.
Then this is our decision. Okay, this is the decision that we made as a department and in cooperation with our district attorney's office. Okay.
So are you guys going to take the evidence? Are you guys going to charge him for what he did today?
Once you submit the case, that will be evaluated. Yes.
But how can I submit it to a case when there's not a case number? There's no case number.
Right. There's an online report submission process.
This is the first police station I've ever seen that works like this. It's always, here, let's get your name, tell us what happened. You guys didn't make an on-scene report. You guys didn't ask me anything. You literally told me to my face that the only reason why you guys arrested him is because he has an arrest warrant.
That's the only reason we responded, because our dispatch told you that we were not going to come.
So you don't care that a registered sex offender came to meet a 13-year-old?
Those are your words. Those are your words.
How is it my officer? Okay, you know what, let me calm myself down.
You are saying that we don't care. We do care. But when you roll into town, you're from Texas, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you roll into Albany, Oregon, and you bring in a suspect from not even our community to our local Walmart, and you create the scene that you did inside Walmart, that creates a lot of problems for us.
Officer, there was not a single scene. No one in that Walmart knew what was going on until all you guys came in.
The problem.
Everything was calm.
You told me that you don't think about what ifs. We have to.
But, okay, the what ifs is gone. The guy's arrested.
You have my card. You have the captain's card.
Can I please get a case number? Can I please give you a police report about what happened?
I have told you to put your investigation together and submit it through the online portal.
So you're not going to give me a case number? You're not going to take my report?
Correct. That is correct.
And the only reason... So
you can submit your report through the online.
The only reason why he's in jail right now is because he has an arrest warrant. It doesn't even matter that he's a registered sex offender.
Okay, that you're not a police officer.
I'm not pretending to be. Officer, you have arrests here from other groups. PvP, another quote-unquote vigilante group, has arrests in this area. So what makes him different from me?
And we learned a lot of lessons from that issue. And he was told the same thing that I'm telling
But he has convictions in this area, so what's the difference?
Okay, we're done. You need to leave the police department. Thank you.
I can't be here in a public area?
No. We exercise control of our building. So we're done with business now.
How can we be done with business when you never started business? Officer, you never started business. I think this is a very bad precedent. I think you guys need PR training.
You can contact the captain.
And what's your name and badge number?
I gave you my card.
Sergeant
Curtis Bell.
Curtis Bell.
You have my card.
Sergeant Curtis Bell of the Albany Police Department, and you threatened to arrest me for no reason.
I'm telling you, you need to leave. Your business is done here.
No, you threatened to arrest me at the Walmart. You threatened to arrest me at the Walmart.
You wouldn't leave.
No, you liar. You literally said you were going to arrest me for disorderly conduct, not trespassing.
I told you I was going to arrest you for...
Oh, you told me. My bad. Turnbull. My bad. I lied.
Leave the police department.
Okay, now you're pushing me. Okay. more handsy with me than a registered sex offender?
He went to jail.
Because arrest warrant. That's the only reason why he's in jail.